Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Estee and I make fitness and lifestyle content. Now, I haven't posted in a long time, and that's because life has quite drastically changed. And if you can see something moving, it's because we've got a baby. Auntie, everybody. Oh, you're being good. The time is now to give you a run through about what's been going on so far, because the last vlog I posted was in Thailand and we're now in Bali, and we have been in Bali now for 3 months, so a lot has gone on. First things first, like I said, we now have Monty, so we are now dog parents. Very unexpected, happened out of nowhere, but we couldn't leave him out on the streets. So he was literally like half the size of what he is now. Like, he's a big chunky boy now, whereas when we got him he was like this big. Anyone who owns a pet puppy or has a dog or has experienced looking after a puppy, you will know how hard it is having a puppy. They are just non-stop. I mean, we have now got to a point where he's crate trained, he's pretty much there with toilet training. We still have a few little accidents here and there. He's got an appetite of a horse. He can eat all the time. Come and say hi, look. Oh, look how big he is. He's so big. Like in his teething era, AKA he wants to eat you alive every 5 seconds, which is so great. Look at him, exhibit A. Story of how we got Monty. Let's get on to that, because I feel like that's quite a big story. So one day I am going into the gym and one of my colleagues found Monty on the side of a road and he almost got run over. So his instant reaction was to pick him up and just take him to the gym. And now obviously I go to the gym and I am faced with the cuteness of Monty, and I don't know what to do with myself. I'm there spamming Steve. This was like at 8 AM in the morning, going, oh my God, can we look after him? No one wanted to look after him. No one wanted him. And it just broke my heart because he was just this tiny little wobbly thing. He doesn't have a tail, so his tail has been chopped off. Now, looking back at old videos, he actually did have like a bare bum. So yeah, like he's obviously had to kind of like learn to balance without his tail. Strong boy now. We're going on walks, he's running, and footballs are his thing. Like when we go and walk to like a football field, and he just wants everyone's football. Everyone's. There he is. Oh, hello, baby. Say hi. Yep, this is Monty in its finest hour. I'm obsessed. I could never give him away now. He's just our family, isn't he? He's our kid. Started off with him being a foster, and now we've adopted him. Haven't we, kiddo? Moved upstairs and I'm gonna do a little Q&A. So a while back I did ask a couple of questions on Instagram, so I'm just gonna go through them, and that's gonna be the video for today. A little bit of an introduction to Monty, because obviously if I'm gonna start doing vlogs and there's a random dog, obviously it's gonna be a bit strange. So now Monty has had his little introduction, let's get into why we have moved from Thailand to Bali. First question is why have you chosen Bali over Thailand? Bali has more accessible visas, in the sense of it's a little bit easier to find long-term visas in Bali, especially being an expat. In Thailand, obviously you have the options too, however they are very costly. Just the lifestyle in Thailand, obviously we spent a month in Bangkok and a month in Phuket, and yes, you know, we loved Thailand. I'm never ever gonna slate Thailand ever, but I just felt like it wasn't as digital nomad friendly. When we would go to cafes, especially in Bangkok, they wouldn't have Wi-Fi. Like, we went to a Starbucks in Bangkok and it didn't have good Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi in the apartments wasn't that great. There are a lot of digital nomads that live here, a lot of remote workers that live here, because realistically, the only way you can live in Bali is if you do have a online job. Your income comes from online, because as foreigners especially, it's very hard to get a job in Bali. You can't just rock up to Bali and go and search for a job, for example. Like, the networking opportunities in Bali is pretty wild, to be honest. I've never really been in a place where it's so easy to meet people, but also you meet people from like so many different backgrounds and specialities, and I think that's really, really special. Going on to the cons of living in Bali. So the first thing is the traffic, especially if you want to go into Canggu. Canggu to me is like Mario Go-Kart. It is so busy and there's just so much going on. I am now quite comfortable with riding a scooter, which has taken me a while to get there, but here I am. It just scares me. Like, there's just people going everywhere. Bali feels like a very big, large-scale construction zone right now. Everywhere you go, there is construction, and obviously with that means there's loads of dust in the air. Like, there's quite a lot of pollution. Like, and obviously this is not just Bali in general, this is just mainly the Canggu area. If you were to go up north, it's really still quite remote. Obviously it's going to be very, very different, and I suppose it's going to be more like old school Bali. It's quite hard to find accommodation that doesn't have construction nearby. Speaking of accommodation isn't as cheap as you would think it is. You want a nice place, expect to pay between £1,500 to £2,500 a month. However, obviously if you're traveling solo, go in a guest house. I was in a guest house for 2 months last year and I paid like £400 for a month, and that had like your own bedroom and your own bathroom, and then you had like a shared kitchen. So there are a lot of street dogs in Bali. You do see a lot of animals suffering, and obviously we've adopted Monty, but that's just one of many, many, many dogs, and it's horrible. It is very hard to see. So you do get some street dogs that are quite scary and they're quite protective, quite territorial. So like walking at night time is a no-go, because dogs, you don't know if they might bite you, like that. No. It's like having a dog in Bali. The vet prices, etc. I love this question because obviously I'm now a new dog mum. This is wild to me because first decided to look after Monty. It wasn't a forever thing. We were just fostering him until we were gonna, give him to another family or whatever, until we got attached, and now he's our baby. But what I will say is, looking after a dog in terms of like vet bills, it's a complete different world compared to the UK. And obviously I grew up with a dog. Like, I'm very much aware how expensive having a dog in the UK is in terms of vet bills, etc. Now, let me tell you this. So I had a vet come to my house, and what she did like a initial health check on Monty when we first got him. She did his temperature, like took a couple of ticks out from him, gave him deworming. That was £10. The next time she came in, it was for his first set of jabs. And again, so he had the parvo jab and something else, and then he had another set of deworming tablets. And obviously the vet again came to our house, and that was £12. So vet bills are really cheap here, like really, really cheap. Now, obviously I can't talk about, if a dog is terminally ill, how much that would cost, because obviously I've not experienced that, and I hope, touch wood, I don't need to experience that for a while. Completely surprised me as to how cheap and accessible vets are here. Like, she literally just came to my house. The question I've got is cost of living in Bali. In terms of general day-to-day living, depends. You can live Bali really cheaply, or you can be bougie. Gym memberships are quite expensive, especially if you want to go to the nicer, more well-established gyms like Elite Fit. That costs like £140 a month. Not cheap, but you do have a whole recovery area. You've got restaurants, co-working spaces. Like, it's more of a hub. Like, you can literally spend a whole day in the gym. Food, again, it depends. Like, it depends how often you eat, to be honest. Like, if you eat like 4 meals a day, 5 meals a day, and obviously it's going to be more expensive for you. But a lot of people, especially if they are traveling here and they don't live here, they don't even bother cooking, because it literally costs the same to order and cook at home. Like, the supermarkets aren't that cheap, especially if you're going to buy imported goods. But for us, we have like we get our meat delivered to us, like freshly frozen, which again, it's about £70 for like 2 weeks worth of meat, probably a little bit more, which I think is really, really good, especially when we're ordering things like steak and salmon and chicken. The big plus is accessibility of beauty treatments. Like, oh my goodness, you can literally get anything and everything here, from laser, from, oh my god, I don't know, getting your hair blow dried, from getting your eyebrows, lashes, nails. Like, I have a nail lady who comes to my house and she does my nails. She's been doing my nails since last year. She is amazing, but she literally just comes along on a little scooter. I think it's incredible, and that costs me like £25, which if you're a girl and you're watching this, you'll know that is a saving, because I'm spending around £40 to £50 on my nails in the UK. So it depends on the kind of person that you are. If you're someone who likes to go out a lot, obviously you're going to spend more money. If someone who likes to drink alcohol, that is going to cost you a lot more, because the culture here, the locals here, they don't really drink alcohol, especially the ones that are quite religious. They don't touch alcohol, so alcohol is a lot more expensive. If you're someone who likes to go out, party hard, drink a lot, then yeah, it's going to cost you a lot more than someone who's just here on a little bit of a health journey kick, you know? And the final question that I'm going to finish this video off with is, do I miss the UK? UK in general? Absolutely not. See, I have now been away for around 5 months. So yeah, I never had a day where I go, oh, I just miss the UK, like, ever. However, I have had things that I miss about the UK. Most of all, my family. Like, I miss my mum to death. My childhood dog passed away whilst I was in Bali, and that was really hard for me, like, to go through. See, I wasn't at home, like, I wasn't with my family. Like, it was very, very hard for me to do that. And it sounds silly, I miss like the convenience sometimes of the UK, like ordering things on Amazon, like online shopping, because that doesn't exist here. Like, you can buy things from Tokopedia, but it takes like 5 days for things to get delivered. Moving abroad was the best thing we ever did. Like, we are just so much happier here. How can you complain when every single day you've got sunshine, and sometimes, yeah, it rains, but it's warm? You physically cannot. You just can't complain. But my friends, that is the end to this video. A bit of a blabby one, a bit of a sit down one, but I just wanted to kind of give you all a bit of an update, because like I said, life has very much changed since I last picked up the camera. If you have stuck around to the end of this video, I massively appreciate you. If you could do me an extra favor and give this video a like, and also comment down below what kind of videos you would like me to film, Bali related, whether you want me to try different restaurants or go to different beach clubs, let me know and I will film them. But that is everything from me. I am off, over and out, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!